And a long breath out. We're going to get ready to come onto our stomachs. So take your time. You can place your hands, straighten out your legs, slowly come into your bellies. And then you can relax your head onto the mat. So we'll place the hands underneath the shoulders. And we're focusing on using our lower backs here. We'll take a big breath in to lift the head up slowly, open up the chest as our baby cobra. And on the exhale, you can slowly pick a cheek to lay on, relax and release your shoulders, your hips, your legs. We'll do one more option if you want more of a stretch. You can bring your forearms onto the mat. So you're reaching to the top of the mat. So now your elbows are underneath your shoulders. So wherever we are, with either hands underneath shoulders or elbows underneath shoulders, we'll lift the head up, opening up the chest for either baby cobra or sphinx pose. Big lower back stretch. And on your exhale, you can relax your arms, slowly bring your head back down. You can place your arms by your side. Let's look the other way, give the other side of the neck a stretch. We'll take a big breath in. And on the exhale, let's interlace the fingertips behind the back. So on your next exhale, we're going to lift the head, lift the feet. You're drawing the hands away from the shoulders. So lotus pose, big breath in. And on the exhale, slowly release the hands, relax the legs. So we're going to place our hands underneath our shoulders. So pressing into the palms here, we're going to get ready to come on our hands and knees. So take your time to press yourself back up into hands and knees. And we'll get adjusted with our wrist underneath our shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Making sure our middle finger is pointing towards the top of the mat. We'll take a big breath in to drop the belly, lift the head and tailbone for cow. Exhale to round the back, look towards the navel for cat. So continue to move with your breath, dropping the belly on the inhale. Exhale to round the back. You can press into the palms for a big shoulder stretch. Option to create a little bit of movement if you want to rock forward on the inhale. Exhale to rock back. You can wiggle the hips side to side or do some circles. Just find what feels good. Kind of like a dance. I know some people like to dance here. So find your rhythm with your breath. Challenging yourself to make it a little slower. Exhale is a little longer. So we'll take a big breath in. We're coming to a tabletop position, so a flat back. And on your exhale, you can separate the knees as wide as your mat, toes come to touch. Option to stay here, hips over the knees, or you can come back for hips over the ankles. You can grab your bolster if you'd like. This just gives us a little prop for our child's pose. So wherever we are, we're leaning our torso onto the mat or our bolster. So finding what feels good here, you can either reach toward the top of your mat or you can bend your elbows to open up the chest. So a nice restorative pose here. So this is extended child's pose. Another variation, if it feels too tight or tense on your hips, you can bring your knees together, your legs together, and then bring your torso over your legs. So lots of options here, but this is restorative, so it should feel relaxing. Feel free to move if you feel uncomfortable. Let's do our bees breath. So we'll take a big breath in through the nose, and on the exhale, we'll close the mouth, make a gentle vibration in the back of the throat. Big breath in. Low hum out. So if you're looking to one side, you can look to the other side. If it feels good to do bees breath, you can continue. It helps quiet our mind, makes our breathing deeper. Feel that vibration in your body, wherever it feels tight or tense. Trying to relax even deeper on an exhale. We'll do one more big breath and a buzz out. So if we're using the bolster, let's go ahead and put it to the top of the mat. And with our arms like this, torso on the mat, we can move our arms more freely. So we're going to move our arms towards the left side, really reaching with the right fingertips for a big side body stretch. So find your range of motion. And then on the inhale, we're reaching with the right fingertips. Exhale to relax a little deeper. You want a little neck stretch, you can roll on the forehead, so rolling side to side. We'll slowly come back to center. Take your time. We'll take a breath here. And then we'll move the hands towards the right side, really reaching with the left fingertips. Option to do a little forehead roll side to side. We'll slowly come to center, reaching to the top of the mat. And then on your exhale, we'll walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, press ourselves back up into hands and knees. You can bring the knees back underneath the hips. Option for a water break before we transition back up. So we're coming into our downward facing dog. So we're going to reach the hands a little bit forward so we have lots of room to keep the arms straight, torso long. And then we'll tuck the toes and we'll send the hips up into a downward facing dog. So you can bend into one knee, root into the opposite heel. It stretches out our hamstrings. You're pressing into the mat with your hands. Head is in between the arms. This is great for our lower back, great for our legs. So we'll take another big breath in. And on the exhale, we're going to step the feet up to the middle of the mat, hands walk back, and we're in a forward fold. So option to bend your knees. You can rock side to side. If it feels like too much coming all the way down, you can come up halfway, placing your hands on your thighs. So just find a forward fold that feels good for you. Option to hold onto your elbows. We'll take another big breath in, coming to center. Exhale to slowly roll up. Take your time. Bending the knees, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling out the shoulders. You can gently bend the knees